Have you ever wondered about a single life that changed the course of human history forever? 2,000 years ago, in a humble stable in Bethlehem, an extraordinary story began that would transform billions of lives across the centuries. In the time of King Herod, a young woman named Mary received an incredible message from an angel. She would give birth to God's son. Though engaged to a carpenter named Joseph, Mary was still a virgin. The angel also appeared to Joseph, assuring him this miraculous pregnancy was part of God's divine plan. Jesus was born in the most humble circumstances imaginable. While shepherds watched their flocks by night, angels proclaimed the birth of the Savior. Wise men from the east followed a mysterious star, bringing gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh to honor the newborn king. As Jesus grew, he amazed religious teachers with his wisdom. At age 30, he began his public ministry after being baptized by John the Baptist in the Jordan River. The heavens opened, and God's voice declared, "This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased." For 3 years, Jesus traveled throughout Israel, teaching about God's kingdom and performing extraordinary miracles. He turned water into wine at a wedding feast, calmed raging storms with a word, and fed 5,000 people with just 5 loaves and 2 fish. But perhaps most importantly, he showed unprecedented compassion, healing the sick, giving sight to the blind, and even raising the dead. His teachings were revolutionary. Love your enemies. Forgive those who wrong you. Care for the poor and marginalized. Through parables like the Good Samaritan and the Prodigal Son, Jesus revealed God's heart of love and mercy. He challenged religious hypocrisy while welcoming society's outcasts, declaring that God's love was available to all who would receive it. Jesus chose 12 disciples to carry on his message, including fishermen, a tax collector, and ordinary working people. He transformed these simple men into bold leaders who would later spread his teachings throughout the world. As his popularity grew, so did opposition from religious authorities who felt threatened by his message and influence. In Jerusalem during Passover, Jesus shared a final meal with his disciples, establishing what we now call communion. He washed their feet, demonstrating that true leadership means serving others. Later that night, he was betrayed by Judas Iscariot and arrested in the Garden of Gethsemane. After a series of unjust trials, Jesus was condemned to death by crucifixion, despite having committed no crime. He endured brutal torture and humiliation, yet from the cross he prayed, "Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do." His death was marked by supernatural darkness and an earthquake, but death could not hold him. On the 3rd day, Jesus rose from the dead, appearing first to Mary Magdalene and then to his disciples. For 40 days, he continued teaching them before ascending to heaven, promising to return and commissioning them to share his message worldwide. Jesus' impact extends far beyond religious boundaries. His teachings about love, forgiveness, and human dignity have influenced art, literature, law, and social justice movements throughout history. Even today, his life continues to inspire millions to live with purpose, compassion, and hope. This carpenter's son from Nazareth, who never wrote a book, commanded an army, or held political office, transformed the world through the power of divine love. His message of grace, redemption, and new life continues to offer hope and purpose to people of all backgrounds, making his story truly the greatest ever told.